Hello and welcome everyone to Cairn with Avelinius once again. Coming back after the short stop here in this place, not sure what to call it in other words, where we have rested up with this, I guess, colleague who seems to be a fan of Ava's accomplishments, maybe, possibly. I don't know. You can think of that whatever you want, judging by the narrative from the end of the last episode. And seems like the guy, Marco is his name, is going to be following us right now. Um, which is pretty strange, as he was saying that he doesn't feel quite fit for further climbing, and Ava was kind of calling him out or mocking him for that. She see.
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. I thought. I don't know. You meant to sing by yourself? Is that it?
That's how it usually goes. Look, how long are you gonna follow me?
Follow you? Uh, sorry. Are we going to the same place?
Honestly, I didn't think anyone would be here.
Is that a good thing? No one being here?
Well, it's quieter.
Okay. I didn't mean to bother you.
Look, no offense. It's just old habits.
But like, did you always climb alone? Never had a partner? I mean, don't get me wrong. No judgment here. I'm on my own too. But that's what Cammy wants, not me. It's nigh impossible to find people willing to take on this climb. Not to get too deep into my family tree, but I have mountains in my bloodline, on my mother's side. I wouldn't say I'm the most gifted in my family, but I do have a few hits to my credit. I did Thunderbolt Rock in the Kiblin Desert, and Solidor Peak via the North Face. Yes, thank you very much. Pretty decent record all in all, if you ask me. But no one I knew was prepared to follow me on Cammy. Tons of them did try to stop me, though. But climbing by my side, well, forget it.
Ugh. Do you ever shut up?
Wow, that was mean. I've been trying to make myself inconspicuous so I don't disturb you. I already feel privileged just to watch you climb.
Yeah, so once again, Ava has shown how she isn't the most friendly type, if I do say so myself. Okay. What
Yeah,
was I
that's
about to
nothing
say?
personal.
Okay, I'll stop bothering you, I promise. Do your
Yeah,
thing. I'll find a route that's far away so you can concentrate.
Whatever works.
yeah, she's been mocking him a little bit, maybe even putting some doubts in his head, as he was saying about climbing down, as he doesn't feel that he's capable enough to continue the climb. Dava seems to be enjoying everything so far, even though I didn't do as well lately, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't like her character, honestly speaking. Yeah, and I'm going to put a stop there. Yeah, I was hoping that maybe I could catch a fish, as lately it's been quite hard for me to get supplied with food, but yeah, seeing how much I have on me right now, maybe I can just eat these mushrooms raw, and that will make room for at least one fish, hopefully. One is floating around here.
Stay.
Maybe I can catch it now. Okay, I got the trout. That's nice. Great. I think that's all that I'm going to do here. We're just going to be picking up on the journey ahead. So yeah, she has discouraged Marco enough to not follow us anymore. That's good and bad at the same time. For Ava, I believe that's good because she enjoys the solitude, climbing alone. And yeah, from the last episode, I've been dealing with plenty of falling down. I even managed to die and also pass out once. And the passing out actually reminded me of one experience that I had in the mountains when hiking. And well, what it looked like, it was a short trip that we had planned with the family. Wanted to go for a one-day trip, so to say. Hike on a trail, reach a mountaintop, and that's it. The day started as follows. Yeah, we had to wake up early because there was a long drive towards the mountains. So we had to like wake up at 3 in the night, in the morning, whatever you want to call it. And I didn't get a good night's sleep. I went to bed at like midnight or 1 a.m. even, I believe. So I had like 2 or 3 hours at most of sleep. And the road to the mountains was like 4 or 5 hours, I believe. I didn't sleep in the car at all. We went on a trail, hiked up to the almost the top, but 30 minutes from the top, I was feeling very bad. I was kind of nauseous. I wasn't feeling it at all to continue climbing, and yeah, I decided to stay on a small in a small resting place. I told the family to continue on hiking without me to reach the top, reach the summit, and I just stayed there. And I think I managed to get like a half-hour rest or something like that. I don't remember if I was sleeping or just resting, lying down. But yeah, what I'm trying to tell is that I messed up. This shouldn't have happened, honestly. I shouldn't have went on this trip in such a state. I should have rested more than I have because it was dangerous. I mean, if I were to pass out there during the hike on the trail, that would have been bad. We would be needing to call some sort of emergency service, somebody from the rescue services to come pick me up, most likely. All in all, it ended well. I rested. I managed to get back down on my own without any such help. So that's good, but yeah. That's an experience to learn from, definitely. Yeah, just a sort of side story to tell. I learned from it that, yeah, it's not a good idea to go hiking in the mountains in a state where you aren't prepared for it. Alright, then, I would love to reach this climb bot here, see whether there's anything I can do with it. And there's this sort of camp right here that I could go for. There's a saving spot here, some note here, and a cave right there. I think when I reach this cave I can also look back down there to see whether there's anything there. So for now the mission is to find a way up here. I see this section there without the possibility to mount any pitons on there. Which makes me think that it's probably climbable. But maybe it's better to go somewhere here. This looks like an okay climb, although it goes way further. And then we can just walk through those rock stairs and get back up there. Okay, got a general idea of what to do now. And let's move on. First of all, I need to get back down. Great. Very nice views, very pleasant. Okay, need to climb up here because the game does not allow me to jump up so easily. Which makes me crawl through the flat surface. This is something definitely worth improving in the process of game development. Animals here, still alone. Age 26. It's not really the same climbing without mod. Okay, and that's the climb. So we can start through here and see where this leads. Yeah, after these experiences from the previous episodes that you will never see because it was quite a thing to be ashamed of, I think I need to be more considerate of the climbing aids that are available to me and use the pitons way more than I would wish to do. This is a good spot. But we can continue, I believe. No need to... Okay, maybe there is actually a need to go off belay. It's about to fall. Better to maintain a controllable environment.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That went well. Now, I believe we just continue on upwards. as much as we can. Find some good ledges for us to latch onto. Okay, we got a slab section, so it shouldn't be that hard. As long as we do not do anything stupid. Okay, there's a bird that we just scared away. Maybe I should put a piton here in case the bird is going to mess up our flow. I'm definitely not going to be stealing from its nest. Come on, come on. Okay. Okay, let's drink some goat milk and also drink a bit of water. Got an empty bottle, gonna have to fill it out later. Let's chalk up and try again. I think this is the way to go. I don't see any better way. We can go to the right here. Okay, and we got past that section. That's nice. Alright, perfect.
Bring me the pittance.
Phew, that's actually another thing. Yeah, sometimes when there are some preset routes on the wall, on the rock, in some seasons, in some months, the birds may be setting up nests on the route itself, actually. And that's something to look out for when doing sport climbing. Some climbing initiatives are going to be collecting some such information about where the birds are setting up their nests in order to avoid climbing those routes and not disturb the wildlife, which is very considerate and something to look out for. It all depends on how these climbing committees or climbing initiatives manage that. But when it comes to the routes themselves, I believe I told you how this looks like. There are, if not, then maybe I'll just quickly explain. Imagine this as a sport climbing route, right? So I had to start down there and proceed upwards up until this moment, right? How it would look like in real life. If it was a sport climbing route, then there would be preset points where you can attach your climbing gear into. Like I'm using my pitons where I can screw them anywhere in the wall. There are some fixed rings, for example, or spits, so-called spits, where you can attach climbing what's it called? I'm missing a word. Um, a climbing quick draw. Yeah, so you will have a, for example, let's say here in the wall, you would have a steel ring of some sort or some other steel equipment mounted into the rock for good. Be fixed to the rock. You would take some quick draws with you, which are just two carabiners connected with a tape that can withstand a huge amount of force when falling, for example. And you put those quick draws into the rings, spits, or whatever it is that is fixed into the wall in order to attach your rope to it so that you don't have to fall from a huge distance. And that's how sport climbing routes are built, with those fixed points where you can attach your climbing gear into. They are ended with an anchor, which is just a station where you can attach yourself into to lower yourself down, rappel down to the ground when you are done with the route. When such route is occupied with any sort of wildlife, like a bird nest, a wasp nest, for example, it's dangerous for the climbers, but also for the wildlife, of course. So, in order to mark it down for climbers, to give them information that this route is not accessible at the moment, the first piece of gear that is attached to the wall, that is fixed to the wall, is going to be blocked either with some branches, with some climbing tape, lanyards. I don't know what exactly. Anything can be used for that. And when the first sort of protective ring is blocked, that is an information for the climber that this route is out of play, at least for now, until somebody comes and puts it back away. Yeah, sorry for that sloppy explanation. I'm lacking the right words to explain it to you clearly. I hope you can understand what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. Going to grab a quick break for a photo. Alright, then. First off, do I want to see what's inside the cave? I believe so. I don't think it's a natural way to progress. Maybe it's just something to explore at the
I could
moment.
see a nice two-bedroom apartment in here.
Yeah, there are some places where such things are done.
Rest in peace, friend. I'll make sure they know down below.
Okay, that's unlucky. Somebody went into the cave and didn't manage to get back down. I hope it's not booze. It's a strong infusion of some sort. Survival blanket. Lightweight, compact, and keeps you really warm. A great way to recover quickly without having to set up the tent. Okay. I don't think I have the right amount of space for that. Oh shit. Oh Jesus. And what am I supposed to do now? Okay. When entering the cave, I had a feeling that the bear might be sleeping here. my goodness, my heart is racing right now. I may need to run past the bear. Okay, it doesn't attack me now, so let's quickly, grab the rest of the supplies. Let's see, maybe we can prepare for this encounter a little bit. Let's fill out our health for sure. A strong infusion. Doesn't seem like it's going to help us at all. Grit, spade, and grip. Okay. I'm just going to say screw that, and we'll try to run past him. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh god. Jesus Christ. God damn it. Alright, so he blocked us on by the wall. We couldn't run past him. And we have to pick up from the beginning. Alright, we made it to this moment again. This time I'm not going to enter the cave right off the bat. Instead, okay, let's see. I noticed a backpack that I didn't see at first. Let's try to reorganize some stuff. We're gonna pick up the Penkira, instant mashed potatoes as well, sure. And firstly, we are going to jump back down and save our progress so that we don't have to climb all the way back, because as you can see, right after dying, the previous path that I took is all grayed out. So all that gray solid line that you see up here, through here, then here is, is the path that I took before I died to the bear. And this path is the one I took in order to get back up here. And yeah, so let's take a look at this letter. What it says, let's read
What we
it.
would do for the people we love.
The letter was stuck into the wall with epitome. I'm leaving this little note here for my future self, wishing you. Don't work too long at Sport Bazaar, and instead find a cool job that really excites you. Don't forget to enjoy life while keeping your unique sense of humor and your handsome face. One can dream, right? Never lose Maud. Dude, she's the best thing that ever happened to you. Don't screw it up. And above all, never read this message. If you're reading it, it means we broke our promise and went back up that good old mountain. Time to let go. Man, really, life is down there with... Real life is down there with Maud. Adam. Alright. Let's save. Let's set up a bivouac really quick. And first of all, we have one piton scrap. Doesn't seem like we're going to be repairing it, as we don't have another one. We have this thing, we have the goat milk in the thermos, one more sip of water. Not doing all that bad. I would love to cook something in order to save up some place in the backpack. But I'm doing good so far, at least food-wise. Maybe I could eat one tomato to save a bit of space. But other than that, yeah, I don't really want to cook anything because I'm running low on water slowly. Not sure when is going to be the next time when I will be able to replenish that. So let's leave it here. Let's take a look at my fingers. Yep, they definitely could use some taping. Alright, and all we have is one last finger to tape. And we got it. So we can get out now. No need to sleep for now, as we still have some things to do. Maybe let's first go here. Let's reorganize things. Plastic bag. Don't have the capacity for it unless I reorganize quite well. This curry strip is actually taking up a lot of space, and maybe I can use it now. I have 2 of the Penkira, 700 and Vomiametin, plus this banana man, although it doesn't replenish health, but yeah, either way we have a lot of health supplies. Let's put it to scrap. Okay, now we can go. Jump here. Let's see what's up there. Anything? Nope. Damaged recipe page from the book, Grand the Cuisine for Grand Summits. Halfway up a climb, it's perfectly normal to morale to dip. Our solution, a delicious creamy maple fudge that's easy to make. Simply mix maple syrup and sugar water. Okay, so we're gonna have some maple syrup from the backpack from the bear cave. Oh, okay, and I can see that I have a way to revisit the recipes that I have found. That's nice. However, I run out of sugar because I have drunk it with water. Anything inside here? Nope. Okay, let's see. I can definitely get a climbing tape because I used one whole stack already. Then we have just a bit of space more. Okay, you know what? We're gonna be drinking. Going to be drinking some booze. See whether it affects us in any way. Nope. Another one. Okay. Just gives us some buffs, but there's also a downside of losing some HP. So we're going to compost this small bottle. Get back a little bit of space in the backpack. Maybe let's put it here and here. Like so. Okay, that looks good. We have Corutico, that we can probably use immediately. Yep. Then dehydrated soup and some nuts. I'm going to take the nuts. Yeah. I could also take the dehydrated soup, but I don't have this place for it, the spot. Enough space, sorry. Okay, so then here we can rappel down. To see whether this climb
Nice.
bot has anything for us. A beat up climb bot. It has some raisins. Added axiom for CH. I'd love to see at least what those things are. Grab the raisins, eat them immediately, maybe. Maybe we can throw away the juniper plant. One wild garlic. That will help a little bit at least. And pick up the attack axiom. Mild anti-inflammatory tablets. They won't save my life, but they come in handy. Well, they definitely can warm up. So that's nice. Okay. And that means that we are through with all the things to be explored. And now we can try and get ready for that meetup with the bear. Let's see, I'll try to jump over. Oh, that was too close. Oh. Okay, so I definitely need to go up here in order to progress. Going up here doesn't seem like will happen. The game definitely doesn't want me to go up here. Although there is a backpack to be taken a look at. But judging by how many things we have in the backpack, I don't think it's really needed. Yeah, so let's get down here for a moment again. Let's save up so that we do not lose whatever we have just done. Okay, let's try to remember what was inside here, because we have plenty of things. I don't know whether it's worth even risking this encounter. However, maybe it is for an achievement of escaping the bear.
I could see a nice 2-bedroom apartment in here.
Okay, I'm mentally ready for that.
Rest in peace, friend.
Not
I'll make
sure
sure they know down below.
physically how it's gonna look like. Have the survival blanket, a strong infusion, and the maple syrup.
Oh, shit.
Again, really? What's going on? Jesus. Why did she suddenly stop? I'm speechless. Jesus Christ, what is happening? I didn't let go of any keys. I was just hoping to sprint away from this cave. But then Ava decided to be exhausted after 3 or 4 steps. I mean, maybe I need to try to do something. Eat something that is going to give me sprint. Is that it? Maybe let's use this thing up and see if that helps. Does it?
I could see a nice 2-bedroom apartment in here.
Okay, I understand. So it's just how the sprint mechanic works, that I can only sprint for half a meter. Okay, let's do that once again. Let's see.
Rest in peace, friend. I'll make sure they know down below. Oh, shit.
I don't think passing him slowly is going to help. But let's try. Maybe not running is the way.
That scared the hell out of me.
Really?
Come on, let's get out of here.
Really? Is that the way to get out? Is he going to chase me? Come on, don't fall now.
Oh, come on!
I can take another fall. Alright, I think that does it for this episode. I'm going to save up. Set up a bivouac real quick. And that's all I have the mental strength for today. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for being patient with this episode. And I hope in the next we're going to be dealing with more pleasant gameplay. Take care everyone, and hear you next time. Bye.